You got to get a handful of bees.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not usually in the habit of accepting a handful of stinging insects, but Keith Council has a 40-year professional relationship with honeybees.
And you rarely wear a veil or gloves or anything?
Don't really need to.
And these days, they need all the love they can get. Hurricane Ian arrived at the worst possible time for this business, just as beekeepers from around the country were set up to catch the autumn bloom of the Brazilian pepper tree.
Whole yard went under.
The storm drowned and crushed hundreds of thousands of hives, killing countless millions of bees.
It's gone. We're gonna have to come back. There ain't nothing left.
You could actually see a water line where it came up to here.
And because Ian blew away so much vegetation, those that survived are starving.
Some of these bees have gotten 3 shots of feed, and that's a gallon. So you're talking about 36 pounds of feed already, and you can still go back after they suck the feed down, and it looks like they never were fed at all.
They're just starving.
They're just starving. Yeah, it's nonstop. So it's just an added cost, and you're just trying to do the best. You have to make that tough decision of, really, is it worth the money, the financial cost to try to save it, or do you just have to walk away and take your medicine?
This is all bee food.
This will be used for liquid bee food, yep.
At Man Lake Bee and Ag Supply, they're mixing sugar water as fast as they can. And while some bee farmers file for federal relief, the Greater Good Charity is giving away a 1/4 ton of pollen substitute.
Where we have donated meals to food pantries for humans, we've donated animal supplies to animal shelters, and now we're donating this bee pollen substitute to these farmers here.
Can't forget the bottom of the food chain, right?
Can't forget what helps get all the other food to the table as well.
But even if their bees recover, the whole business depends on the health of the almond crop in California, now shrinking under mega drought.
If the drought takes out the almond crop in California,
The whole beekeeping industry is going to be in trouble. And there's no feral bees. Wild bees can't survive on their own.
He explains that pesticides, development, and invasive pests have made it impossible for bees to survive without deliberate human care.
And if all the beekeepers released all of their bees, every beekeeper in the country, if they just released all their bees into the wild, we estimate it'd be about 2 to 3 years before bees would just collapse. Bees are the most important farmer. They're the most forgotten as well. And that's why we just need the entire public to really continue to get involved in bees. And 2 beehives makes a big impact.
They went totally underwater, somehow made it.
In the meantime, all Keith can do is pick up the pieces and focus on the survivors, like the hive he found drowned inside a water meter box near Fort Myers Beach.
It's a different feeling when you have bees walking all over you.
It really is.
And nobody's getting stung.
No.
You know, they're doing their thing.
Maybe they can sense we're rooting for them, you know?
Well, and
We appreciate them.
that's part of the thing. You have to treat them with respect. When you get down to it, the bees are the pillars to all agriculture, and they're the pillars to our whole civilization.